Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be talking about something that I wanted to talk about ever since I made that one modding video that I made like 2 days ago. And I wanted to talk about the possibility of a community patch for this game. So it's been more than a year now since the game's been released, and I kept getting the same question over and over again, whether there would be a community patch or not, and I always give the same answer. The game, it's too early to tell that kind of stuff because the game was still being developed for, and the answer is different now since the game is kind of more finalized. I don't want to say it's more final because they do still plan to make more content after the game's done. But like right now, the game, I wouldn't say it's in the best position because not a lot of people like Mayhem 2.0, for example. Not a lot of people like the fact that, dedicated drops are bad. Like, awfully so, actually, not just by a little bit. Modifiers and all that. So, yeah, I've been thinking about it, and once modding tools kind of stabilize, there could be a possibility for a Borderlands 2 community patch. And I kind of have a vision for it, obviously, which is what I kind of wanted to talk about. Now, this community patch would probably be more similar to Borderlands 2, but it'd be a little bit different. Because, the Borderlands 2 was more of a finished game. More so than Borderlands 3. What I mean by that is, like, when we had to fix things, it was mostly things like, I don't know, legendaries being shitty, which is a thing in Borderlands 1, 2, 3. All of them. All of them have bad legendaries, but, this game has, what, 400 legendaries or so? It has quite a lot of it. So, balancing that would probably not be something anyone would be willing to do, because that's a big undertaking to rebalance basically everything. But for this community patch, I might have to take an alternative route that people might not like. I might have to basically nerf things, which I know not a lot of people like. It's there's the argument of this being a PvE game, and whilst I agree, things like if I would start fixing Zane, for example, I would have to do something about like the scene dead class, but I just can't make it, or us, I guess the team. I don't know if I want to make it alone. If I want to fix Zane, we could buff his other class mods, but you can't fix the problem. The problem is still the scene dead class mod, So I'd have to like basically rebalance all of his class mods to make it so seeing dead isn't that big of an issue. It's the same thing for Borderlands 2 community patch. I actually wanted to, for the longest time, I wanted to nerf things. Because I know, for example, I wanted to replace the Devastator with the Herald. It's not really a nerf, but like, you'd have to kill Master G to get the Herald, and you'd get the Devastator if you got the Herald, and vice versa. It's stuff like that. And then, it'd be more also of an overhaul too, because not a lot of people like Mayhem 2.0, even though it's better. But arguably, Mayhem 1.0 was a bit more balanced because most guns worked in there. So basically, it'd have to come with Mayhem 3.0. Obviously, might not include modifiers, or at least if they did, they wouldn't be as obnoxious. I know for sure that everyone dislikes modifiers. No one likes modifiers. Also, funny how I got a Devastator out of that. That's one thing. I don't know if I would touch the skill trees, because the characters, this is the same as the pre-sequel. They're more of a finished versions of them, I guess. Obviously, I want suggestions. Although, like, most of you guys' suggestion was like, hey, fix the story. Hey, remove Ava, lol. These are their guys' suggestions. I mean, they're nice, but, like, it's the same thing. Like, innovation means sometimes you don't have to ask people. Because if I asked people like, hey, what would you want from Borderlands 2 modding? People would say better cheat engine scripts, but no one would ever say, hey, use console commands so you can do things, or, you know, hack the memory, I guess, so you can trick it into changing things to your demand. You know, no one would have said that. So yeah, innovation unfortunately does mean you kind of have to be on your own. So it's something I'd have to definitely think about. But hey, I mean, I did want to make this video because I like talking about these kinds of things. I did talk about it briefly on my Twitch. I want to see like what people think of, of my approaches on some certain things. And yeah, if there would be a community patch, I'd also have to probably wait until everything stabilizes whenever it comes to modding, because right now as it stands, it's not impossible to make it. It's possible, even with like an easy user setup too, but I'd probably have to wait until the SDK kind of stabilizes for this game first before we do anything. That's one thing. I suppose the other thing is, like, you know, what would we change about the game? I guess see, that's the thing. It would have to come to nerfing, because I do want to make it so drops are less in this game, because in Borderlands 2, like, getting drops felt satisfying. Not in this game. That's why, like, if I would make a community, or we would, I guess not me. I gotta not always include myself in these things. It'd have to be, yeah, again, it'd have to be like an overhaul mod more than it is a balancing mod. Probably add a new rarity if we can, because I would like to see something that's not a legendary. Although I don't think it'll have, like, you know, fancy effects. I don't think we can have that, because every single rarity beam is kind of its own thing. So it's actually harder to add a new rarity in this game than it is in Borderlands 2. But that's one thing. You know, I don't think we can add more raid bosses. I don't think that's the thing, unless you just copy an enemy and just add such a big health modifier to them. I guess that's one thing. I guess if we would fix the story, there is actually one solution to fixing the story. And that would be to make the dialogue, well, not shorter, but like minimal, I guess. They don't talk as much. I guess that would be like an option or something, where they just don't, you know, like a mission that could end in 25 seconds. It just drags on for 6 minutes. That's the main thing that, you know, bothered me about the story, and that's something you can kind of fix. Just make them not talk too much, and, you know, the story pace would be a little bit faster, I guess, as a result. That's the only solution I can think of. Obviously there could be a, you know, dialogue mod too, and just skip the dialogue all along, but yeah. That's like my suggestion of fixing the story. That's one thing. You know, and then obviously we have to rebalance all the 7 trillion guns that are in this game. Which, it's its own caveat. I'm using the Zane build for quite a while, by the way. It's the same one I used in my mod announcement video, and I like it. Oh yeah, also loot. That's one thing we'd have to fix, the loot. Ooh, I fucked up, hold on. I should have recalled my clone with a corrosive light shot. Whoops. Fine. Yeah, loot. Loot is a big problem too. The first thing I would do is probably make it so enemies just have one gun as their thing, instead of, you know, like Road Dogg having 3 dedicated drops. That's one thing that's probably going to be a little bit common. If there would be a patch, that is. Which would solve a lot of problems, you know. We could maybe make it so you get mayhem levels by earning them instead of having them unlocked, which a lot of people were 50-50 about. But I guess, you know, we can give users the choice if we'd like. But yeah, that's about it. This is actually the most I've talked about in a YouTube video because I'm actually passionate about this kind of topic. I did want to write up a script for this, but I didn't end up doing that because I know if I do, I'm not going to be able to read it properly. I need to learn that. So, those are my ideas. I wanted to talk about this topic and not make like a 2-3 minute video. I actually wanted to kind of just let it all out, you know. And I also just totally didn't want to finish the takedown in one video with this build. Hey, I got 10 minutes and I was taking it at a casual pace. So, let me show you the build. All light shows and a Hellwalker, I guess. Seeing dead. Which, yeah. Old God with corrosive things. It's piss. This is my build. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.